Those of you that are interested in wanting to develop your prayer language to another level, Hank and I put together a DVD that talks all about the gifts of the Spirit, the baptism of the Holy Spirit, the doorway to the supernatural, also releasing the supernatural, talking about praying in the Spirit, the gifts of the Spirit. You want to get a hold of these materials, as well as a book that I put together on Pentecost called The Supernatural You, and learning how to draw out from the supernatural within you. Listen, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and if you have an issue, or maybe your child is sick, and you can't call somebody, you can't call a friend because it's the middle of the night, you have to learn how to draw from the power that's already in you. Jesus said, Hank quoted it, Jesus said, you shall receive power. That's miracle power, dunamis power. That's the miraculous power of God. You shall receive it after the Holy Spirit comes upon you. And so I talk all about that in the book, The Supernatural You. Talk about Pentecost, answers all your questions about the rivers of prayer. And you can get it for a love gift of just $35. That's a lot of resources for that love gift. And it's your love gifts that enable us to take the prophetic word of the Lord around the world, minister to people just like you. And we are believing, Hank and I are believing together, Pentecost is on a comeback.
Yes, it is.
The gifts of the Spirit are on a comeback, and it's time that we put this out to the world that needs it so much.
And I also love the fact that it's going to help you to answer a lot of questions that you might have. Maybe you just received the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other tongues, and you've got questions. Listen, get the material. And I want to tell you another thing. I love this book, The Supernatural You, especially when she talks about the 4 rivers of God and how to get them flowing. You know, it's kind of like when you go see a river, you get into the current, you get into the flow, and I tell you what, you will experience an amazing supernatural life.